There's a free AI coding partner that does what Cursor does, runs in any terminal, and works with whatever local model you want. And that's not some weekend repo with 37 stars. I mean, Aider's already a real tool people ship with, and the reason it matters is mechanical. It edits across multiple files, keeps the diff clean, and talks to local backends through OpenAI-compatible endpoints, which just means your model can live on your box while the workflow still feels production-ready. The pain it removes is stupidly common. You ask a model to change one function, it rewrites half the file, breaks imports 2 directories over, and leaves you with this weird maybe-it-works state that's expensive to review. Aider narrows that loop by operating on the repo as code, not as a pasted blob, so it can read the relevant files, propose exact patches, and apply them as actual edits instead of dumping text back into the terminal for you to manually reconcile. That sounds small. It isn't. The whole gain is in edit discipline, because once the model is constrained to diffs, the output gets easier to inspect, easier to revert, and a lot less likely to quietly stomp boilerplate you never asked it to touch. And if you're pointing it at a local server, Ollama, LM Studio, anything exposing the same API shape, you keep the sensitive stuff in-house, proprietary code, infra scripts, customer-specific glue logic, all the messy production context you'd hesitate to push through a hosted endpoint. The honest caveat, though, is model quality still decides the ceiling. Aider can enforce a cleaner edit loop, yeah, but it cannot make a weak local model reason like a top cloud model, especially on larger refactors where file selection, dependency tracking, and test-aware changes all start to matter a lot more. And that's where the split gets practical. Pair Aider with a small quantized coder model, quantized, meaning the weights are compressed so the thing actually fits in memory, and it's great at tight, repetitive repo work, rename this method, thread this arg through 3 files, add the missing type hints, patch the failing import path. The latency drops because there's no network hop, no request queue, no API jitter, so the edit review cycle starts to feel less like prompting and more like using a weirdly competent Git assistant. People who use it seriously also lean on the Git integration, which matters more than it sounds. Aider commits as it goes, keeps changes scoped, and gives you a real audit trail instead of one giant paste bomb you have to untangle by hand. If the patch is wrong, revert it. If one attempt works better than another, diff the commits. That turns model output into something your normal engineering workflow can absorb. Critics are not wrong, though. Local context windows can get tight. Tokens per second can fall off on weaker hardware, and once the repo gets big enough, the model can still miss architecture-level intent, even if the patch itself is syntactically clean. Use Aider when you want controlled code edits inside an existing repo. Don't use it when you're asking a mediocre local model to redesign the whole system in one shot. What makes Aider stick, honestly, is that it fits the way developers already work instead of asking for a whole new editor stack. Terminal in, Git underneath, model behind an endpoint. Patch out. Minimal ceremony. And that matters because every extra layer in the loop becomes one more place the workflow gets flaky. It also solves a coordination problem people underrate. Plain chat interfaces are fine for generation, bad for iteration. You paste code in, get code back, lose file boundaries, lose commit history, lose any clean sense of what changed where. Aider keeps the repo as the source of truth, which means the model is operating against actual files, not this temporary prompt world copy of your project that goes stale the second you edit locally. There's a cost to that discipline, of course. If your local model is slow, every read edit apply cycle drags, and on weaker machines a larger context request can feel less like pair programming and more like waiting on a polite but exhausted intern. And some teams will still prefer GUI native tools because visual diff review, inline diagnostics, and autocomplete all live in one place. So the fork is pretty clean. Use Aider when your bottleneck is safe, reviewable repo edits, and you want local privacy without rewriting your stack around a proprietary IDE. Use something editor first when speed of navigation and interactive UX matter more than terminal native control. There's another reason terminal native matters, and it's easy to miss until you try to automate it. Because once the interface is just stin, stout, git, and an API endpoint, Aider drops into shell scripts, CI helpers, remote dev boxes, SSH sessions, all the places heavy editor integrations get awkward fast. Same workflow on a laptop, same workflow on a server, same workflow inside tmux at 2 a.m. when you are fixing something mildly cursed. That portability is the real multiplier. You can point it at a local gguf model, gguf being a file format optimized for running quantized models on consumer hardware, or swap to a stronger hosted model without changing the basic loop. Prompt, inspect diff, run tests, commit. The interface stays stable even when the backend changes, which, honestly, is rare in this space. There is friction, yeah. Local models often need aggressive file curation, Because if you throw too much repo context at them, they get fuzzy, and if your tokens per second are low, the back and forth stops feeling snappy enough to stay in flow. People hit that wall and blame the tool when it's usually the model, the hardware, or the context budget. So the practical use case gets narrower and sharper, high-trust edits, existing code bases, engineers who already live in Git and the terminal, especially when privacy rules or flaky API access make cloud-first tooling annoying rather than helpful. And that narrower use case is still bigger than most people think, because a lot of daily coding work is not greenfield architecture, it's maintenance with consequences. Bump a dependency. Update a deprecated call pattern. Thread a config flag through 5 entry points without missing the one cron path nobody remembers exists. That's the kind of work where structured patching beats raw eloquence every time. Aider also benefits from something boring and extremely useful. It makes the model earn each file it touches. In practice, that means you can keep the prompt focused on intent while the tool handles the ugly part, mapping that intent onto actual repo state. Less copy-paste, fewer stale snippets, fewer cases where the model confidently edits code that stopped existing 10 minutes ago. That does not remove review, it sharpens it. You're not reading a wall of generated text trying to spot what changed, you're scanning a diff, checking whether the patch matches the request, and deciding if the model understood the constraint or just kinda guessed. Different cognitive load. And if you're running local for compliance or cost control, that matters even more, because the point is not just AI, but offline. The point is keeping the same operational shape your team already trusts: version control, explicit changes, reversible history, and no mystery editor state hiding the actual mutation path. That also changes how you debug bad generations. In a chat tool, failure is mushy. Was the prompt vague? Was the pasted context stale? Did the model drift halfway through? In a diff-first loop, the mistake has coordinates. Wrong file, wrong symbol, right function, wrong call site. You can actually trace the miss, and that traceability pairs unusually well with local inference because the feedback loop gets cheap enough to iterate on operational details, not just prompts. Swap the model. Lower the context. Change the file set. Try a different quantization level, which just means trading some quality for lower memory use and usually better speed. Same task, cleaner comparison. There is a real catch there though. Small local coder models can look competent on narrow edits and then fall apart the second the change depends on project conventions they never fully loaded into context. So you get patches that compile, maybe even pass one test, but violate naming patterns, logging shape, error handling, the stuff senior engineers notice immediately and weaker models absolutely do not. That's why serious use tends to look less like autonomous coding and more like constrained delegation. Give it bounded work with crisp acceptance criteria. Let it handle the mechanical spread of a change across files. Keep architecture, sequencing, and final judgment with the human. And that division of labor is not a compromise. It's basically the operating model that makes local coding tools useful in production. You offload the boring fan-out work, the model handles syntax and repetition, you keep the parts that require taste, system memory, and the ability to notice when a correct patch is still wrong for this codebase. Aider is unusually good at that handoff because it speaks in patches, not prose. So when the model drifts, it drifts in a format you can interrogate. You see exactly which lines moved, which file got pulled in, whether the tool introduced a helper instead of reusing an existing one, whether it touched tests at all. That's a much better failure mode than a chat response that looks plausible for 3 screens and leaves you to manually reconstruct what should actually change. It also plays nicely with the boring parts of engineering that, honestly, decide whether a tool survives first contact with a real team. Pre-commit hooks, existing test commands, branch-based review, remote repos with annoying little guardrails everywhere. If your stack already runs on Git discipline, Aider slots into that shape without asking everyone to trust a hidden abstraction layer. And if your stack does not, if people mostly want inline completions, instant feedback, and broad IDE context, this starts to feel heavier than it needs to be. That friction mostly stays where it belongs. Aider generates the patch, your hooks still fire, your tests still fail for normal reasons, your review still happens in the same diff UI the team already trusts. That continuity is a bigger deal than it sounds, because adoption usually dies in the seams, not the demo. And there's a subtle infra win too. Since it can talk to anything with an OpenAI-style endpoint, you can standardize the front-end workflow while swapping inference backends underneath. Llama.cpp on one machine, Ollama on another. A hosted fallback when the local box is too weak. Same commands, different engine. Less retraining, less tool churn. Where teams get tripped up is assuming that portability means zero setup pain. It doesn't. Local models still need prompt tuning, context trimming, sometimes model-specific quirks around code fences or edit quality, And quantized variants can be fast enough to feel good while still losing just enough reasoning sharpness to make review more expensive than the latency savings bought you. So the practical sweet spot stays pretty concrete: stable repos, bounded changes, developers who care about auditability, and environments where sending source out to a third-party API is either annoying, expensive, or flat out not allowed. If your day is mostly surgical edits with real consequences, that's where a terminal-native patch loop starts to feel less like a novelty and more like missing plumbing once it's gone. A local coding assistant has to fit that shape, or it becomes one more sidecar people stop trusting after a week. Aider mostly does fit it. It can make a change. You run the same lint, the same tests, the same hooks, and the output enters the repo through the same review path as any human patch. No special state hiding in an editor plugin, no weird export step, no copy this back into your IDE nonsense. That matters more on teams than on solo setups, because shared workflow is the real constraint. The model can be clever, sure, but if the patch can't survive CI, branch protection, and code review norms, it's not helping your pipeline, it's adding cleanup. And local backends make that easier to standardize. One team can pin a known model, a known quantization, a known prompt shape, and get behavior that is at least repeatable, which is not the same as perfect, but honestly repeatable beats magical pretty fast in production. The catch is that reproducibility has a hardware tax. Two engineers running the same local setup can still get different practical results if one machine chews through context and the other crawls. So the real sweet spot is not universal pair programming, it's repeatable patch automation for bounded tasks where consistency, privacy, and repo-native review matter more than frontier model brilliance. .NE, Aider mostly slots in instead of fighting it. That is a bigger deal than the demos make clear, because a lot of AI coding tools look great right up until they meet the actual repo policy, the lint gate, the test runner, the branch naming rule, the one pre-push check somebody wrote 3 years ago and forgot about. A diff-first terminal tool can survive that environment because the output is already shaped like normal engineering work. Changed files, reviewable hunks, commits you can squash or throw away. No hidden editor state, no weird sync layer between the assistant and your file system. And yeah, that changes the economics a bit. If you are paying per token in the cloud, iterative fix-ups get psychologically expensive fast. People ask for bigger one-shot edits, which is usually where quality gets worse. Local backends flatten that cost curve. You can do 3 smaller passes instead of one giant prompt, keep the scope narrow, and catch drift earlier. The caveat is boring and real. Local speed still has to clear a threshold where iteration feels cheaper than doing it yourself, and some setups just do not. A small quantized model on weak hardware can absolutely turn a clean workflow into molasses, but if your machine can sustain usable throughput and your work is mostly bounded repo surgery, Aider stops feeling like an AI toy and starts feeling like infra for code changes.